What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, July 10th, 2026, and even though it's a lighter slate on paper, just 3 games tonight, this might be one of the most important nights of the entire WNBA regular season. Here's why. The league has confirmed that whichever 2 head coaches have the best record in their conference after tonight's games get named the head coaches for the 2026 All-Star Game in Chicago on July 25th. So every possession tonight has extra stakes. We've got Paige Bueckers and the surging Dallas Wings on the road. We've got the red-hot Golden State Valkyries riding a 3-game win streak into Connecticut. And we close out the night with a Western Conference battle between the Sparks and the Sky. I'm breaking down all 3 games, full rosters, injuries, storylines, and giving you my side, total, and player prop pick for every single one. Let's get into it. Quick lay of the land before we dive into tonight's games. In the Western Conference, it's absurdly stacked at the top. The Minnesota Lynx and Las Vegas Aces are both sitting at 16-6, tied for the best record in basketball, with the Golden State Valkyries right behind them at 16-7. In the East, it's a 3-way tie at the top between the Atlanta Dream, Indiana Fever, and New York Liberty, all sitting at 13-9. And down at the bottom, the Connecticut Sun have really struggled this year at 5-17, and the Seattle Storm aren't far behind at 6-18. This is also All-Star Week build-up. The starters are already locked in, headlined by Paige Bueckers, Aya Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Caitlin Clark. And the full reserve roster just dropped with names like ncaab, Angel Reese, and Kelsey Plum, even though Plum remains out with a lower leg injury. Okay, let's get into tonight's 3 games, starting with the early tip. We start with Dallas Wings at Toronto Tempo. This is the headline game of the night on ION. The Dallas Wings come in at 14-8 and squarely in the Western Conference playoff mix, led by second-year star Paige Bueckers, who has been an absolute problem for opposing defenses, and Eric Ogunbowl, still one of the most dangerous closers in the league. Jessica Shepard has quietly been Dallas's engine on the glass and as a distributor, and Awak leads the team in blocks. This is a genuinely deep, well-rounded Dallas roster. Toronto, meanwhile, is 9-12 in their inaugural expansion season and dealing with a beat-up backcourt. Their leading scorer, Brittany Sykes, remains out with a foot injury, and rookie guard Kiki Rice is also sidelined. That has put the offense squarely on the shoulders of Marina Mabrey, who has responded by averaging over 20 points a game as Toronto's clear number 1 option, spacing the floor at a high volume from 3. Maria Conde leads Toronto on the boards, and Julie Allemand runs the offense at the point. The market has this one lopsided. Dallas is sitting around -263 to -270 on the money line, with a spread in the -6.5 range and a total near 180.5 points. For the side pick, I like Wings to cover. Dallas has the deeper, healthier roster from top to bottom, and Toronto is playing without their top 2 perimeter threats. I don't love laying nearly 300 on the money line, but on the spread, I like Dallas to win comfortably. For the total pick, I lean over 180.5 points. Bueckers has been scorching hot lately. Mabrey is shooting the ball at a huge volume, trying to carry Toronto's offense by herself, and both teams like to push pace. For the prop pick, my play is Eric Ogunbowl over 13.5 points, and I also love Jessica Shepard over 4.5 assists. With Toronto's defense stretched thin, Shepard should have easy reads out of the post all night. Next we have Golden State Valkyries at Connecticut Sunday. Golden State rolls into Uncasville riding a 3-game road winning streak and sitting at 16-7, tied for the 3rd best record in the entire league. This roster is built on ball movement and defense. The Valkyries have one of the best defensive units in the WNBA, and Janelle Salon leads the team from beyond the arc. There's one name to watch on the injury report. Gabby Williams, Golden State's steals leader, is listed as questionable with a back contusion after a fall in her last game, and with 4 days off after tonight. Don't be shocked if the Valkyries manage her minutes carefully or hold her out entirely. Kia Stokes anchors the paint and leads the team in blocks. Connecticut is 5-17 and has lost star center Brittany Griner for this game with an injury, on top of already being without Sonia Rivers and Anissa Morrow, who logged heavy minutes in their last outing. The good news for the Sun is that Layla Lacken has returned to the starting lineup after missing earlier games, and she's actually been Connecticut's best perimeter defender, leading the team in steals. Diamond Miller leads Connecticut in scoring, Olivia Nelson-Ododa is the leading rebounder, and Charlize Ledger-Walker runs the point. To make room for Lacken's return, the Sun actually waived guard Haley Van Lith before immediately re-signing her to a development deal, one of those roster crunch moves you see on struggling teams late in the season. For the side pick is Valkyries on the money line, comfortably. Golden State's top-ranked defense against a Connecticut team that's already thin in the front court and now without Griner is about as clean a mismatch as you'll find on the board tonight. For the total pick, I like the under. Golden State's defensive identity travels well on the road, and Connecticut without Griner and two other rotation pieces is going to have real trouble generating easy offense. For the prop pick, I lean Janelle Salon over 2.5 made threes. She's Golden State's primary floor spacer, and a short-handed Connecticut defense is going to leave shooters open in transition and semi-transition. Closing out the night in downtown LA, the Sparks are 9-11 and coming off a much-needed bounce-back win after an ugly home loss to Seattle earlier in the week. In that win, ncaab led the way with 24 points, Ray Burrell added 22, and Diarca Hamby chipped in 21, with all five starters reaching double figures. Aguamike, fresh off being named to her 11th career All-Star team at age 36, remains the engine of this offense and also leads LA from three-point range, while Hamby paces the Sparks in steals and Burrell leads them in blocks. The one name missing is star guard Kelsey Plum, who remains out with that lower leg injury that's also clouding her All-Star game status. Chicago is 7-14 but enters on a bit of momentum, having won 3 of their last 5 games, including a road win over Phoenix earlier this week. That said, the Sky are dealing with their own backcourt situation. Veteran point guard Skylar Diggins is out with a right knee injury, which has opened the door for Courtney Vandersloot, back from an ACL tear, to work her way into the rotation. Rookie center Camila Cardoso has been terrific for Chicago, leading the team in both scoring and rebounding, and she's also their top shot blocker. Sydney Taylor leads Chicago from 3, and Natasha Cloud paces them defensively at the point of attack. The betting market has this one close. Los Angeles is priced right around -122 to -123 on the money line, with Chicago getting plus money in the range of +102. For the side pick, I like Sparks at home. With Diggins out for Chicago and LA playing with real balance after that impressive 4 starters in double figures showing, I'll side with the home team in a game the market has correctly identified as close. For the total pick, I lean over. Both of these rosters are dealing with backcourt injuries that tend to lead to more broken play, transition scoring, and neither defense ranks near the top of the league this season. For the prop pick, my play is Camila Cardoso under 14.5 points. The Sparks' frontcourt depth with Aguamike and Burrell able to bang inside gives LA a real chance to make Cardoso work for every touch tonight. And that's the full 3-game slate for Friday, July 10th. Quick recap. I'm on the Wings to cover big on the road in Toronto. I love Golden State's defense to smother a short-handed Connecticut team, and I think home court tips the Sparks' Sky game in LA's favor. And remember, the coaching stakes are real tonight. Whichever teams finish the night with the best conference record lock in their head coach for All-Star Weekend in Chicago. So keep an eye on how Minnesota, Las Vegas, and that East 3-way tie shake out even outside of these 3 matchups. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for daily WNBA coverage. I'll see you all in the next one. Let's go!